Okay, guys, we are back for Zatima episode number 8. As you can see, I'm still deep conditioning. I had to use a hair mask because my hair had been in braids for almost 3 months. So, episode number 8 picks up where, well, okay then. Like as I was saying, episode 8 picks up where episode 7 leaves off. With Zatima and Deja out in front of the houses. Deja's introducing herself and trying to talk to Fatima. Fatima is egging her and giving her dirty looks because she recognizes her from the photo. And Deja is being her bubbly self and saying that she happy that she got the place and all that kind of stuff like that. And she wants to shake Fatima's hand. Fatima ain't for it. Fatima walks into the house. Um, Zach tells her she could come in. She goes in. They saying they both need to talk, and then here comes his brother. He asks his brother to leave. The brother makes sure that he lets Fatima know that Zach then gave him a check for some money. He leaves. He's asked, can he drive Zach's Porsche? Zach is like, of course not. Like, I'll call you. Like, leave, cause me and my lady need to talk. So Jeremiah leaves. And then Jack was like, okay, Fatima, you can go first. And she asked him, how is it that the same bitch from the photo is moving in next door? So Zach is like, what? She outside? Moving in already? And so he lets her know the whole deal, that he gave Miss Valerie, the real estate broker, the okay to sign the leases and stuff like that, as long as he gets to meet the person firsthand and check him out and see if he don't mind leasing the place to him. And she's like, okay, whatever. So he apologizes about all that happened the night before, but he was like, but we both messed up. You could have came out and told me that you was meeting up with your ex, and because he wanted to tell you that he had cancer, I would have understood that. She said, yeah, right. He was like, no, really, I would have understood. And then just like you pissed me off, I could have told you that my boys was getting in my head about, me coming into some money and getting with you. And they was just saying all kinds of stuff. So she wanted to know the details of what the boys were saying, but he was not trying to tell her. So then that's when he asked her, can she stay? She said, all right, they're going to work it out. So she goes to go get ready for work. He pressed her like, can we go to dinner tonight? She said she'd think about it. He like, can I touch it? She said too much too soon. So she goes and she goes up the steps to get ready to go to work. Then we see a scene where Zach goes to the gym. He meets up with Tony and Nate. Tony is on the outside of the ring, roughing, or being like the trainer, and Nate and Zach are in the middle of the ring, and they are boxing each other, sparring with one another. And then they talk about what happened the night before, and Zach basically let Nate know that you blew it up way out of proportion, more than what it really was, yo, or whatever. Like the man got fucking cancer, stage 4, and that's a hard shit to hear and deal with about somebody that you used to love or whatever. So that happens. Then we see Zach go and talk to oh no, before Zach leaves the house, before Fatima goes upstairs, when he kept asking her to stay, she said, he was like, I'll give you anything you want. And she was like, anything? And he said, yeah. She said, well, what I want is you to break her lease, like take the lease back, don't rent the house. to that bitch. I know her. And he said, how? And she was like, not that I know her personally, but I know people like her. 1 month she gonna be short on the rent, and she gonna come and try to do a sexual favor for you, so that you'll let her stay there in that house. She said, watch what I tell you or whatever. So he's like, basically trying to let her know, like, it's not like that with that girl or whatever. And then she goes to get ready. He was like, I cannot break the lease because she can sue me. He was like, I called everywhere first thing this morning, seeing ways that I can legally break the lease and not lease the place to her. But she could sue me for discrimination because I seen her dancing last night. And she can say that I don't want to lease to her because she's a dancer. So Fatima is irritated by that. She goes upstairs or whatever. So anyway, after Zach has met up with the boys at the gym, we see him go talk to Bryce. And something I forgot to mention that happened in episode 7. Angela was telling Fatima that it was weird. Something weird happened. Like when Bryce came, Bryce's penis was super hard. And she was looking like, that's weird because he just came from your house with Zach, basically. So why would he be super hard? And so Fatima was like, girl, he had just come from that party and he saw strippers and everything, and so he got worked up and brought the fantasy home to you. That's all that was. Like, it wasn't nothing serious. But I'm guessing they're gonna play with Bryce's sexuality. Bryce is bisexual, I believe, because in this conversation, him and Zach discussed the list of properties that Valerie gave him that he emailed to Bryce. And Bryce was like, but hold up, I got something serious to ask you. And he asked Zach, are you bisexual? Zach like, no, I like pussy. Like, what are you talking about? He was like, I like titties and pussy. And he was like, but you told me you wanted to marry me last night. And you was saying all kind of weird stuff. And you was touching on me. And Zach was like, listen, that's how me and my boys do each other. We hug, we pound, we let each other know how we feel emotionally and stuff like that. And when we pound and smack each other or whatever, like in the locker room, it's just that. We don't think nothing of it. You sat here and thought on it. It's not like that. It's nothing about me that's gay or bisexual or attracted to a man. And Bryce is like, oh, okay, good. But I'm thinking, even though he came out right out with it, he was asking more so because he was interested in that. And that's why his penis was hard when he got over there to Angela the night before. But anyway, they go on and talk about real estate dealings and stuff like that. Then we see, basically, Fatima decides that she is going to meet Zach for dinner. So they meet at some really nice restaurant. He comes down the steps. He's dressed. It's nothing like a man in a nice, well-fitting suit. Mm-mm-mm. And the veil haircut was nice. He got his Beijing in there because he is thinning up in here already. But the Beijing with the hairline, it was sharp and everything. And so he goes to meet Fatima. They once again are kind of like talking and apologizing and talking about where the relationship gonna go from there. And she was like, Zach, I know I'm a lot to deal with. And he was like, I know. Um, but she said, well, I'm the right woman at the wrong time. Is that what you want to say? And she playing on, like, she doing something on the phone. And he like, who you texting? Who you texting? Next thing you know, Ian comes and sits next to her. And Zach pissed and looking like, what the fuck? And she was like, listen, he live upstairs from this restaurant. But Ian, go ahead and say it. He was like, yeah, you told her she the right woman, wrong time. I'm just here to tell you. Don't fuck around and lose her. Because when she out, she out. If she with you till the wheels fall off. When she make up her mind to leave and she done with the shit, she done. There's no coming back. And I wish I would have never fucked up the way that I did. Fatima, a good woman. She the best woman to have by your side. So don't fuck up your chance. And Zach looking at him like, man, fuck you. I don't need you, the ex, to be coming and telling me, um, not to fuck up and what I should do about this relationship with Fatima. I also forgot to mention too that Fatima, when she was on her way to work, She gets a phone call, and it was a lady named Miss Margaret. That was my grandmother's name, Margaret. Um, her and I have the same initials, but not the same names, of course. But not my grandmother's name was Margaret. But anyway, Miss Margaret is Ian's mom, and she was like, "Thank you for telling my son you're gonna be there for him, and you're gonna be here with me through this whole thing, and you know, be there for us or whatever." So anyway, Ian gets up and he leaves. She had an attitude about the fact that Ian gave his mother her number because she had said that she was gonna call a woman on her own accord. She didn't want Miss Margaret having her number. Also, before he left, Jeremiah told Zach he uh that he gonna let their mother know that he gave him some money and she gonna be expecting him to call too because she wants some money too, basically. So they just want to use Zach for money at this point. Um, Zach and Fatima finally finalized that they're gonna work on their relationship and stuff like that. And he backing her, and he like, come on, just. She said, don't say that you want me when you're not really sure, cause when I'm in, I'm in. Ain't no letting go, turning it back. You ain't gonna be changing your mind. Basically playing these games back and forth. Next thing you know, he just sitting there. He looking. He pack up. They really ain't have nothing on the plates, but he put the napkin back on the table. He gets up. She like, oh, so you gonna leave? Well, I can leave too. So she stands up to leave, and when she stands up to leave, this man gets on one knee, pulls out a ring box. She like, Zach, what the hell? What are you doing? He said, Fatima, I'm in it. I'm in this. And he got this beautiful solitaire. I guess it was like a Marquise cut ring. But I'm guessing he proposed to her. And we're gonna find out in episode 9 if there was a proposal, if she's accepting the marriage proposal. I thought he was gonna say they need to move, slow down and, work on it or whatever. And decide to be, continue to be exclusive. But, start to take it slow because they have kind of like been moving fast and rushing into some things or whatever. And I feel like it's been a lot of drama and stuff like that that's been following their relationship. I want them to get like a reset and bond out of pure just love for one another, not out of toxicity from past stuff, from trauma bonding and baggage and all those things like that. I want it to be a pure thing. So I'm hoping that they can get a chance to reset and get on a good foot and build what they're going to build from that point on. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, this episode was decent. Both Fatima and Zach was looking good in this episode. Even Deja, she was looking pretty in this episode. I also like the outfits that they have Angela in. Her being a BBW and everything, they dress her. The wardrobe do right by her. You know, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. My neighbor's on her way out on the porch, and I want her to know what I'm doing or whatever. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Click the like button, get in them comments. Tell me what y'all thinking about the show's Zatima. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.